Hi, welcome to Mountain Blade Warband, version 1.154. This is vanilla Warband. I don't have any mods installed, so this is one of my favorite games. It's published by Paradox, but I believe it's built by Tailworlds, which is, interestingly enough, a Turkish company. It is a medieval action simulator, and it is a lot of fun, and even though it's been out for, I think, a year or two, or 3 or 4, maybe 5, that it's still a lot of fun to play. So without any further ado, let's start a new game. One of the things about Warband is it makes you go through a choose-your-own-adventure-like backstory that will affect your stats. Here it's introducing us to the fact that you must create a character. Remember that in traditional medieval society depicted in the game, war and politics are usually dominated by male members of nobility. That does not mean, however, that you should not choose to play a female character or one who is not of noble birth. Male nobles have a somewhat easier start, but women and commoners can attain all of the same goals, and in fact may have a much more interesting, if more challenging, early game. So we get to choose, and we're going to be a dude. You were born years ago in a land far away. Your father was a... And we have impoverished noble, merchant, warrior, hunter, steppe nomad, and thief. I'm going to say warrior. As a child, your family scrabbled out a meager living from your father's wages as a guardsman to the local lord. It was not an easy existence, and you were too poor to get much of an education. You learned mainly how to defend yourself on the streets, with or without a weapon in hand. You started to learn about the world almost as soon as you could walk and talk. You spent your early life as a... and let's say... page at nobleman's court. And then they tell us about, from the chess games, the gossip, we quickly began to learn about the adult world of conflict and competition. You also learned the rough games of other children who battered at each other with sticks and the imitation of their elder swords. Then, as a young adult, life changed as always does. You became, and I'm going to say, a game poacher. Though the distinction fell suddenly upon you... No, hang on. Though the distinction felt sudden to you, somewhere along the way you had become a man, and the whole world seemed to change around you. Dissatisfied with common men's desperate scrabble for coin, you took to your local lord's own forests and decided to help yourself to its bounty. Laws be damned. You hunted stags, boars, and geese, and sold the precious meat under the table. You cut the trees right under the watchmen's noses and turned them into firewood that warmed many freezing homes during winter. All for a few silvers, of course. But soon everything changed, and you decided to strike out on your own as an adventurer. What made you take this decision was, and I'm going to just go ahead and choose the loss of a loved one. And then we'll become an adventurer. And now, because of that backstory, let's change our saving policy to realistic. Now that we've had that backstory, it gives us all these attributes. And as you can tell, we have a strength of 9, agility of 7, intelligence of 4, charisma of 10. And these attributes work in multiples of 3. So for every 3 points in, say, strength or agility, it will unlock another level of skill. Right now we have 9 strength. We have 4 attributes to play with. So I'm going to build this agility up to 9. I'm going to bump strength up to 10 and intelligence up to 5. Every point in intelligence gives us 2 skill points down here that we can play with. So I'm going to add iron flesh. I'm going to add 2 more in power draw because that will allow us to use the bow. I'm going to add 1 in prisoner management, which will allow us to take prisoners and help earn some money. And I'm going to do another one in... I have 1 in trainer already, so I'm going to do another one in... let's see... tracking? No. Pathfinding. That will increase our party map speed, which I think is relatively important if we have to outrun any tough customers. Then I'm going to put more points into archery, more into pole arms, a lot more into two-handed weapon, and call it good. Oh, I have to enter a name. So my names always, when I choose these things, always have titles attached to them. So I'm going to be Edmund. Or how about, what's another good medieval name? This is where I always have trouble, as well as everybody else. How about Wayne the Lion? Taking an actual name from medieval history, I guess, or mythology, more like. Okay, we're gonna try to find a character that we somewhat like, and yikes. A lot of these character models I don't like, but I don't know. Let's give him. Let's see. He shall have black hair. Let's see. Let's make him a really shaggy-looking character. Okay. And how about changes? Let's get a bigger beard. Maybe this. Get the hair out of his face. Still a big beard, though. And let's call it good. Face width seems a little small. Ratio. I don't like to have too many extremes on either side. So we'll just even out some of these. And that seems to be okay. Hit done. And we're going to take a ship to Sargoth in the Kingdom of the Nords. You are exhausted by the time you find the inn in Sargoth and fall asleep quickly. However, you awake before dawn and are eager to explore your surroundings. You venture out onto the streets, which are still deserted. All of a sudden, you hear a sound that stands the hairs of your neck on end, the rasp of a blade sliding from its scabbard. So, they're going to come at me with a knife, and I'm going to have a bow. So, who do we have? No, they're coming at me with a bow as well. Oh, and he hit me. Oh, but I got him. Hooray! There we go. Improved our archery and got 80 experience. There's another guy running towards us, but I know from experience that he is just a helpless merchant who means us no harm. Are you all right? Well, I guess you're alive at any rate. I'm not sure that we can say the same for that other fellow. It's one less thief to trouble our streets at night, although heaven knows he won't be the last. Anyway, maybe you can help me out with something. Let's talk more inside. So he's going to give us some spiel about how his brother was captured by bandits, and can we go look for him? And I'm going to tell him, yeah, sure, why not? But first we have to collect 5 men from the surrounding villages. And to do that, we have to go to the overland map. The overland map, if I'll scroll all the way out, is this. You can see the various different kingdoms and different colors. Capital cities are in a larger font. But never mind all that. Let's just go ahead and let's go to Quinn, our first village, and see if we can find 5 men willing to join our band. Recruit volunteers. No one wants to. Well, alright then. Where else can we go? Let's go to Jelbegi.
Who wanna break your legs?
Oh, and now we've already attacked by a looter. Lucky for you, you caught me in a good mood. Give us all your coin and I might let you live. Well, I'm not afraid of you lot. Fight me if you dare. So I have 1 person, me, against 6. And I am a crazy person, so I'm going to charge the enemy and risk it. So now I'm in the battle mode. I have no men to command. But I do have a 2-handed axe, and I know how to use it. And a horse, unlike the looters. So there they are, way over there. And let's see how many of these fellows I can take out before they kill me. I don't think that they shall, but pull back. They've just got rocks. Arr! You've got a fight on your hands. For I am Wayne. Bold. The lion. And I've already taken one of your number. Ha ha! The nice thing about this game is the horse combat feels really smooth and fluid. You know, there's... Haha! 2! 3! You've gotten way more than you bargained for. The horse combat is very fluid, so I'm using both the W, A, S, and D keys and my mouse, and I'm trying to time my swings and the range to take on these looters. And there's only one fellow left, and he shall know the taste of pain. Arr! The nice thing about fighting for your horse is your horse also has hit points too, so if they miss and hit your horse, it's almost like you have double health. And he's going to try to run away. I can let him, but I don't think I'm going to. Haha! Take that, varlet. And there we have it. I actually did take out 6 men with my battle axe. Awesome. So now I have the loot, which I will collect, because I can either sell it or use it to upgrade my own weaponry. Looks like I have a kite shield that I can equip. I'm going to, let's see, I have hide boots for 10, and I could put these nomad boots on for 12, which I will do. The nomad armor, that is quite an upgrade, 10 to 24, and I think I saw a hat. So now I'm upgraded. I also have furs I can sell in the marketplace, which is good. I'm going to keep on the meat, though, in case I manage to recruit any men. But for now, I'm going to zoom back in, and I'm going to try to return to Jelbegi by clicking on the village and see if anyone will be willing to join my party. Wayne the Lion. Bold, brave. My exploits shall be known in the land. Okay, recruit volunteers, and we get 2. Awesome. So let's go over here to Ambine and see if we can find more to join our band of men, our fighters. We must avoid the sea raiders, however.
That's a nice head you have
And
on
we
your
didn't.
shoulders.
So we have another fight on our hands, and I'm afraid these fellows are a lot tougher than the others. So we will fight, but we won't do well. So let's give it a go. I'm going to start out the battle and draw the attention away from my men, and hopefully I can find the sea raiders without too much trouble. If I manage to win, which seems unlikely, I will have a lot of valuable armor. Sea raiders always have better armor than the looters. These fellows, they really are. They're something. Already I'm still wounded from my previous battle. And like I said, with their arrows, this is going to be nuts. I have to make sure that I don't get too close. The further I get, the more likely I am to be attacked by the archers, which is bad. And that's it. I've died. Aye. The enemies take you prisoner. And away, there they go. I have no control over where they take me. If only more men would have joined my party, I probably would have had a better time of it. Okay, so they let me go near the bridge, and I'm going to Viajeg to see if I can't recruit more men. And they've stolen all of my food. If I go to inventory, yes. And one of my furs, not good. And I am hungry. So I'll recruit volunteers. Oh, now we get 5 all at once. Can we buy any supplies? Okay. Let's buy. We have 122 dinars. Let's buy the chicken. And that will at least fill our bellies. So we will return. We will leave. And we will go back to the capital city of Sargoth. And hopefully we will remain unmolested by thieves and rogues. We pass through the city. Looks like... No. Nope. Looked like the farmers were having trouble with sea raiders. Here we have King Ragnar of the Nords, and he is off patrolling the lands. He normally lives in Sargoth, and we would otherwise introduce ourselves to him, but I think we shall leave it to be the end of this particular episode. We'll go to the tavern. Anyway, Mountain Blade, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll have more of these series. And please, if you enjoyed this, please hit like and favorite. And maybe consider subscribing. And we will follow more adventures from Ewain the Lion. Thanks again for watching. Bye.